and we'll take a few calls for Cindy Sheehan. Cindy, before we run out of time, how do people help the historic campaign? I want to add 50-something days away from the election.
Actually, 49 days.
Wow. I've been thinking 50 so long. 49 days.
Yeah.
There's so many, and even if you lose, it'll expose the voting machines. You will educate people. You will show how both parties are controlled. It's all part of the fight. If we don't stand up, we don't build movements, and the two parties have a 9% approval rating. They're being discredited. This is an important process, and that's why I just thank you for what you've done standing up to these people just in a dogged fashion. So what's the different basket of tactics and things listeners can do to help you?
Well, we're downloading the voter rolls onto Google Docs, and they'll be able to go into our website and pull out a list of maybe 10 voters in San Francisco that they can phone bank or they can send messages to, things like that that aren't very expensive that people from around the country can do. We will be here in San Francisco doing a lot of phone banking, a lot of door-to-door contact with voters, and like I said, anybody can go on our website, cindyforcongress.org, cindyforcongress.org, and just donate anything that you can. Our campaign is supported by total grassroots donations. We haven't received or taken one PAC contribution, one corporate contribution, and we've raised over $400,000 so far. And if we could just have $100,000 more dollars between now and November 4th, we would really be able to blanket this city with our message.
Well, I would also keep a little bit back for lawyers and forcing...
Oh, absolutely. We're on Election Day. We're all about election protection and about getting lawyers right there to challenge the votes because, like we said, the system just exists to perpetuate itself.
And it's not like we're firing blanks. People have gone to prison in Ohio and other states for stealing elections. But unlike these rigged elections, you're not like some of the people we've seen in the past who will stand down.
Oh, heck no. We're going to fight for every last vote to make sure every vote is counted properly, to challenge the voting system. And this election, won't be over one way or the other on November 4th, like you said. Where if it turns out that, somehow Nancy Pelosi got more votes than us, we will challenge every vote. We have a hotline for people to call if there's any kind of voter suppression or voter fraud or any kind of hanky-panky. I have seen myself on the voter rolls at the Department of Elections how they scrub people off the voter rolls. So we also have to do a lot of voter registration and a lot of education about the right to vote and the right to have your vote.
Absolutely,
counted.
folks. Do not procrastinate. Donate now. If you live in California or somewhere else, go door to door now. We have to punish Nancy Pelosi. We have to reward somebody. It's not much of a reward. It'll be torture for her up in Congress. But to send this great patriot up there who will ring the alarm bells and ask the serious questions. And Cindy, I know you're going to be busy, but Election Day and the day after, whatever happens, please tell your folks to put you in for this show so that we can have that, as that breaks, whatever's happened. But again...
Well, of course, absolutely.
But, as you said, though, you are winning in the little polls they're doing locally, which, of course, is common sense. If you don't win, there's definitely fraud. You already have name recognition. You are her worst nightmare. And as this all... what word are you getting on the street? What are people saying?
Well, actually, the energy and the positive responses have been overwhelming since we got on the ballot. People really recognize that this is a serious campaign and that it is a campaign for the people and not for the corporate elite. And we have been able to hire more staff that get out there. And when I get out there, of course, it's overwhelmingly positive. But they're hearing very few negative comments, and they're able to talk with people who say, well, I still support Nancy. Now she's not doing that bad of a job, or she's doing the best she can. And when we educate people and are able to talk to them, they change their minds and they say that they're going to vote for me. So the word on the street is very positive. And of course, like I said, we're battling this almost, undefeatable machine here in San Francisco, but it's not like I am just Sarah Smith running against, Joe Jones in Montana. This is Cindy Sheehan running against Nancy Pelosi. This is Cindy Sheehan, the voice of the people running against, the Speaker of the House. And I think that this will fundamentally put a wound in the system. And everybody in Congress, when we beat Nancy Pelosi, when we beat her, not me, when we beat her, everybody in Congress is going to say, whoa, our jobs are now performance-based, and we're going to have to be responsive to our constituents, not our corporate lobbyists.
Well, it's a true David versus Goliath scenario, and it shows how controlled the corporate media is and the good job they're doing keeping the people uninformed, that a lot of people in San Francisco wouldn't know that Pelosi was supporting the war in her statements, in her votes, and her actions. But you're right. As soon as the facts are presented, you even get those that weren't supporting you. So it's all a fight here to get the word out. Give us the phone number so people can call and donate. Give us the website.
Okay, it's 415-621-5027, and our website is cindyforcongress.org. All
right. I want to go ahead and take some phone calls. But, before we do that, give the number out again slowly. Give the web address out again for folks.
Okay, 415-621-5027. And the website is cindyforcongress.org.
cindyforcongress.org. And listeners, whether she wins, loses, draws, it doesn't matter. We win by fighting back. It's
a win-win situation for the people.
Well, there's some people on YouTube that edit together my show to make it sound like I'm being incongruent or engaging in doublespeak. I talk about election fraud. I talk about rigged voting machines, and then I say go out and vote, go out and be involved, go out and poll watch. I'm saying don't let them take our process, and don't go quietly into the night, and go out there everywhere you can and expose this. We've sent a bunch of people to prison. The American people in like 7-8 years, I've seen the polls, have gone from maybe 10% knowing there's election fraud to over 90% in national polls. People know about Diebold. They know about Sequoia. They know about Hart InterCivics. They know now people are going to jail. We're winning that fight, too. More of their executives are going public. More of their programmers are going public. I'm saying be involved. Vote. Get involved.
Well, I never thought that I would run for Congress or any elective office because of all of these, challenges that you bring up. But if we just give up and say that they won, then they have won, and we can't let them do that. And like I said before, our voices, they can't silence our voices no matter how hard they try. So I just think that by saying that just give up and don't go vote, don't be involved in the process, don't do this, don't do that, you're just saying that it's fine, then the neocons have won.
Absolutely. We've only got about 6-7 minutes left with you. Let's take some phone calls. John in Oklahoma, you're on the air with Cindy Sheehan.
Hello, Cindy.
Hello, John.
This is maybe not pertinent to your particular race, but it was something that I noticed about the Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton when they were running together. It was about 8 months ago.
You mean running against each other?
Yeah, when they took that drink, when they were all taking the drink, Hillary was like, whew, yeah, is this all I got to do to be president? And Barack Obama was like, if you look at the film footage, I mean, I'm sure you guys are a lot smarter than
No, we're not. In fact, I don't know what you're talking about. Drinking.
Well, when Barack Obama took that drink of wine, it barely touched his lips. I believe he is a closet Muslim, and he's just hiding under. Isn't there something in the Quran about?
Yeah, when you're in amongst the quote enemies, keep yourself alone.
There you go.
Listen, I appreciate your call. It doesn't matter. We hear all this talk. He is bought and paid for by powerful corporate interest. The president is a puppet now under the COG system. to say, to get into him being a Muslim, to get into him not being, to get into him this or that. It doesn't matter. He's bought and paid for by the global corporate interest. And, to get involved, well, McCain's bad, we better vote for him because we can't trust Barack Obama. It doesn't matter. We have to stop being fooled into believing that these people aren't corporate stooges. Cindy?
Well, I agree with you. It doesn't matter if Barack Obama is a Muslim or not. And if he is, he sure does a good job of hiding it or being in the closet, because he sure has been very vocal in support of Israel and, taking down Muslim countries for Israel. So, I think that even if he was a Muslim, it wouldn't make that much difference. It's not supposed to make a difference. I wish that we didn't hear about religion and politics, that we're not voting for the Pope of America, we're voting for the President of America.